Welcome to Fallawsophy. I'm your host, Jennifer Fallaw, and tonight, I'm just here. I'm just here. We've got some Jentel confirms that came in, so I just came to hang out with all of you because I said I would. Don't really have a whole lot to share, but we'll see what we can get ourselves into over the course of the show. I am going to do readings, so I'll let you know when you can start that. This week I put out some Jentel last night, like I always do on Monday. And we did have some Jentel confirms come through today. And the biggest one was Iran breaks its promise and fuel tanks. And there was a story that came out that Kuwaiti oil tanker was hit by Iranian missiles. And also the UAE air defense shot down Iranian missiles and drones. So we have a Jentel confirm there. We have an old Jentel confirm on the regime change has occurred, or there will be regime change in Iran. And the Secretary of War came out and said that their regime change has occurred. And basically, they're warning them that to be good. Okay. I told you last night that they're not being good. They're not playing ball. They're playing games. So keep an eye out for more on that. So we had a Jentel confirm on Iran breaks its promise and those oil tanks that I saw. Or fuel tanks is what I got. I don't know if that is it. There may be something else coming out about that. It doesn't, we had an oil tanker hit, but it doesn't quite match what I saw. So, could be that. We had another Jentel confirm on the Kennedy Center. Random. What are the chances of that? Trump tonight is going to the Kennedy Center. And he actually called it the Trump Kennedy Center. Also, in other news, we had a 7.2 earthquake. Today is Tuesday. Let's hope tomorrow something happens and releases us from our perpetual Groundhog Day. Let's do that. There was a 7.2 earthquake in Vanuatu. I have no idea where that is. I'm unaware of any other news that happened today. I've been working all day long. I didn't even prepare anything to teach you for the show. So if there's anything that you would like to learn or know or ask me weird questions about anything, go right ahead. So we're just going to play around and chat and see what we come up with. Okay? Also, right now, when I am live on Rumble, you have the opportunity to become a monthly supporter for $5. $5 a month. And that would be a nice little tip for me for coming on here, giving you hope to help you keep going. So let's do that. Everybody, all at once. Go in there and subscribe to my show on Rumble for $5 a month. Become a monthly supporter. And that'd be really cool. Let's like the channel. Let's like the show, wherever you're at. Give me all of it. I want it all. Send it on in. Let's build it. All right? Got a lot of people to teach things to after this RV. I want to build a channel. And I would like to build up the monthly supporters so I can stop doing readings all day long. That'd be great. Okay? Tired. All right? Yes, I'll still do private readings, but I'd like to be able to do them on the shows. Okay. After the RV, I'm still doing shows. And no, we won't talk about anything that's going to get me in trouble or financial or anything. But, you guys, you're all going to be like, oh my God, all our shows are gone. And then there's going to be Jen. And and I'm going to be talking to the humanitarians. Okay. Other notice is that I took my recorded classes down off of my website. From now on, I will only be teaching those privately. Kind of had a little problem with certain people trying to steal my work. So I'm kind of I need to go meditate about it. Listen, I know what we're talking about today. You can't like destiny swap with somebody. You can try. But you can't just decide, oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll steal somebody's life work and make it my own. If you're doing that to somebody who is indeed working on their life's work or their divine purpose, and that isn't high vibrational individual, you're going to fail. It's not yours to give. Come up with your own. So anyway, I've been meaning to redo those classes. I want to re-record everything, including the private coaching sessions, which there's so much more information. Those were done years ago with Mike, and I really would like to do a better job on those. There's a lot more information now. So I'm only going to be offering those to certain individuals when they ask me, and taking on private students, and only those that I approve from now on. Your divine mission is completely yours. Absolutely yours. It's written. And if it is written for you and you are working on it. Now if you take a step back and don't do it, then, and if it's something important that needs to get out there, then somebody else will teach it. It'll be passed on if you decide against it. But if somebody is actively working towards their life's purpose and their mission, and everybody's got a mission in this life, you can't take that. You'll fail. But I've heard some things lately as the popularity grows, and I don't like it. I don't like what I'm hearing. You can't. What I'm teaching here, and the way that I'm teaching and the vehicle that it's coming through is unique. There's a reason why God chose me to be the one to do this little thing, because it's probably only going to work through this vehicle. It's mine. All right. And that's the same thing with your divine mission. If you have some idea that you want to go out and share, if you have some gift, if you have something you've been working your whole life on that leads up to this moment, and somebody thinks they can just jump ahead of the line, take it and make it their own and make money off it or fame or something like that, that person's going to fail. Your intentions are not divine. And it will not work. So remember that. That's probably my lesson for the day. Is when fear comes in, like, yeah, you got to do things, trademark, copyright, all these things. Protect yourself. But that's probably a good reminder for me that these things, these ideas, this teaching, who I am, how I get it, I've shared it with people. But I've heard some things lately that are concerning. Like, oh, hey, guess what, Jen? I have this good idea. I'd like to go out and basically teach conscious creation. But you see that there's something about the way it's going to come through me. You go ahead and try conscious creation. There's lots of conscious creation out there. But the way it's going to come through me and speak to people is going to be different. And that's why I came here. So, good luck to you. You want to take that from me? I trust my team. And I trust that they'll protect that mission. All right. So, but you know, like when the fear sets in, just trusting God. I've been saying that lately. Oh, that's another thing. Little exercise for today, and then we'll get to the readings, okay? It's kind of funny. It kind of brightens my day. Instead of, I'm trying not to cuss. Like, even in my mind, okay? I'm trying. I don't like the way curse words sound coming out of my mouth. Like my mother growing up, I've never heard her say the F word and ever in her whole life said the C word. I mean, come on. Total lady. It was either shit or damn it, and then you knew she was either really mad or something bad happened. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm also trying to stop saying It's totally unconscious. I don't even know when it's happening. I almost did it just then. I caught myself. But instead of saying like WTF all the time, or when you cuss, when you're surprised about something, when you cuss, when you're upset about something, stop for a second and just say in your mind or out loud, trust in God. It's actually pretty funny. I crack myself up with it because when you remember to do it, you know, like when you see something, you're going to say, what, WTF? And you're just like, trust in God. This is kind of funny. Try it. It actually brightens your day. But when you repeat something over and over and over and over and over in your mind, especially something like trusting God, it stops you from worrying. It stops the fear. Just saying trusting God is such a high vibrational thing to do. It's like an action of, it's an act of devotion rather than curse words, which are low vibrational, although funny most of the time. It's usually when I use them when they're funny. It's kind of like training yourself to stay centered and not to get pulled in by it, right? Whatever it is, whatever low vibrational response you would have had, then you just say, trust in God. And it's funny. Because a lot of times it just doesn't fit. But you're saying it over and over and over and over in your head. It's an actual reminder, and it trains you to do so. And so when you really do have to trust in God about something, it's automatic. This is going to help with your creation. Because if we're trusting in God automatically, we're not doubting it. Okay? Now you can still cuss and be funny and stuff like that. You know, it just depends. But I think we do it way too much. I think it's just we've gotten too used to doing that. When I was a young adult and friends I knew had kids earlier than me, it was really hard for me to stop cussing when I'd go to their house and be around the kids. They're like, Jen, stop it. Stop it. I'm like, oh my God. And then when my kids came around, we came up with all these, you know, different words to say instead of the cuss words, right? But, you know, we're putting light in our food and we're changing our thoughts and we're not becoming boring. We're fun people. I mean, you don't have to be boring and just expect everybody else to act exactly like you do. You know, that's what takes the fun out of faith sometimes and religion and everything else. Everything's so serious and structured. I'm not asking you to be that way. I'm just, when something bothers you, when you worry about something, when you're so quick to jump to fear, anger, all these lower vibrational responses, instead, just remind yourself, say, drop it. Oh, trust in God. Trust in God. And maybe you will. I don't think I have any more wisdom. I think I'm losing my voice. It's allergy season, yay. It's not like I don't already have a dust allergy from having dogs in the house, constantly cleaning this house. Constantly. Now we've got pollen. I need to move back down south. I do. I need like salt water and sun is what I need. And no pine trees. And somewhere the dogs can live outside. That's what I need. So let's RV. Let's do that. And then I won't be stuffed up all the time. All right, you can start with your rubber rats. I don't really have any more wisdom. I might have some along the way. But from now on, if you would like to become a private student of mine, I'm going to have a consultation with you, find out what your intentions are, see if you're a good candidate for it, and then I'm just going to teach it privately. I do have the classes recorded. I'm going to redo those, and I will give them to you as we go. Okay? Instead of just selling it to anybody that can buy it so they can keep it. Okay? Especially now that there are so many scammers pretending to be me. And AI and everything else that can clip pieces of it and put it out everywhere as me. I've decided to take them down. Okay? Okay. Some water. Anything else happened today? Let me get over to the chat. Anything else? Let's click on some stuff while we're waiting. So I can see it. What the hell? The first thing I click on, Marcy. What did I just say, man? What did I just say? Is that a flip off finger? Is that what that actually is? Is it? Or no, it's a point. I thought you were flipping people off, and I just had a conversation about that. We just heard about that. Okay, I'm sorry. My fault, Marcy. Yeah, this is water. I don't really drink alcohol because it gives me a headache and I get sick, and I don't like being sick. I can if I'm like, like camping outside during the day. Vegas, I can drink all I want. Nothing happens to me. I don't know what that's about. So, but like around the house or stuff, no, I don't. Camping. All bets are off on camping. Everything goes on camping. Like if I'm camping. Oh, that's right. I got it. We go to the river. I love camping at the river up here. It's just so beautiful. I'll drink at camping. I'll drink on vacation. I'll drink when nothing's expected of me. Right? But I'm usually better if I'm out in the sun during the day. Is that weird? See, yeah, I know. I'm so blind, Marcy. What the hell does that say? I thought you were flipping somebody off, like Scott Biergen or something. I'm so blind. All right, let's go over to Rumble. Let's get that off the screen. You girls be good in there. Damn it. Trust in God. I've been cracking myself up with that. Um, all right, let's get over there and see if we got some rants. Let's do some Rumble rants. Okay. Damn it. Trusting God. It's hard to do. It is. It's hard to stop cussing. It's especially the WTF. That's hard for me. I don't really say that out loud a lot, but in my mind I do. Okay. A long day. Jen, my name is Cynthia, and I want to know if my parents, Harley and Jan, have anything to say to me. Okay. Cynthia, parents. They're so happy that you asked. They're so happy to see you. Oh, we love you. We love you. And they keep saying it. Dad's trying to talk, and mom's just kind of like pushing him back. We know you've gone through a hard time and you're doing so good. You've done so good. And we miss you. Everything's going to be okay. So they're just like pouring it out as fast as they can. They love you. You're going to be fine. Nothing real specific. Okay. Hi, Jen. Jane here. Do you see a new dog in my future? And what's the breed? Cool. Let's look. Two. There's a Pomeranian and a Siberian Husky. Which one comes first? I think that's Pomeranian. I heard both of those things. I don't know if you have these dogs at the same time, but I think you do. Like eventually. Weather Joe. Hi, Joe. Hi, Jen. It's Joe. Love the wisdom. Just checking. Is my mom, Shirley Nichols, uh, have a message to pass on to me? Shirley Nichols. I know you're looking for an out right now. Now is not the time. Later in the spring. I think it has something about moving out. So maybe stay just a little bit longer after the RV happens. Should it happen quickly? Or maybe she's talking about your job? Maybe it's a job. Hi, Jen. I'm confused. This is Susan Babineau. Should I proceed with the Rexton Humanity Project or buy the property in Utah? Well, I can't tell you what you should do. Um, if you're trying to choose between your personal pursuits and humanitarian pursuits, you don't really have to choose. I don't think you should give up on the project. That's what I'll say. Okay. Will Zimbabwe special agro checks be worth face value? Okay, just a second. Somebody texted me. Will the special agro checks be worth face value or anything during the exchanges or in the future? Yeah, they're good. I don't really understand and remember what the rate is. I was going to go in and re-ask about rates and stuff. I just didn't get time to do it. It's good. It's a good payout. Just get them. You don't even have to know what the rate is. Just throw them on the table. Just get them. Get a ton. Okay? They're cheap. Or they used to be cheap. I don't know what they are now. I bought them a long time ago. Okay. Let me go over here and see if I've got any new information coming in. Probably. Can I say this? Let me read it. Afro. Agro. Agro 33,000. Per what? That's what's been heard. Talking to somebody. All right. Something regarding the new president. Oh, that's right. But I said, that's why I was confused, because in the Jentel, I got a new prime minister and people are calling him a president. So where would we have a new prime minister? Yes, what? I can say all this? Dude, I'm live. Let's All right. So something about Monday. Wait a minute. Announcement to the world that they're holding back the announcement from yesterday's meeting. Oh, 33 million per billion on the agro, I think. $33 million per 100 billion. Right. That's right, because it's a large, yeah. 33 million per 100 billion. That's right. Oh, duh, I didn't even read the rest of it. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what I can say here. Okay. It's not a formal show today. We're just hanging out together. Okay. Somebody thinks that there was a president sworn in on Monday, not publicly announced, possibly announced tomorrow. That's an opinion. And then that could possibly kick off the RV with the dinar, because Sudani will be sworn in as prime minister. Prime minister, that's where it fits in. Okay. So we got movement over there, possibly. Need a president in Iraq before they get a prime minister. Okay. So when we get the prime minister in, this causes a chain of events that lead to new gold-backed currencies. I really don't read this slow. I just can't see. I forgot to bring the other stupid, ugly reading glasses in here before I start the show. I already needed another vacation. I do. You know what it is? It's March. I'm always like this in March. I got to get out. March, April, I got to get out. It's too gray outside. It bothers me. Thank you for the text messages. Okay. All right. So that's good. So we got a little bit in. All right, let's get over to. All right, that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. Let's get over to the more mobile routes. All right, hi Jen. Do you see me staying in Florida or moving to Texas? Florida. Tua 2020. My name is Carrie Skinner. Hello, thank you for all you do. Can you see if my currency bonds are good? And you said I was an M. Is that a low or a high? Well, I can't see if all your currency and bonds are good for sure. I can ask if you have any counterfeits. One, like one bill, one something is not okay. Is it a bond? No. Is she an M? Triple. Triple M. Mid to high range. Nadine. Hi, Jen. Which one of my friends or family members utilize the MedBed tickets I received during my RV appointment? Which one? I don't know. I mean, how am I going to know who's who? Okay. Well, how many family members use the MedBed tickets? 3? 3? Other than you? Other than your household? Yeah. Did I miss one? Sure, 42. Hi, Jen. Julie Cranford here. My good friend Heather is flying in to visit me this weekend for my birthday. Happy birthday! No, the weekend of my birthday. Never mind. I can't see. It's May 16th. Will it be fun and safe trip? I'm praying we exchange before she flies. I am praying that we exchange before my birthday on May 5th. Let's do that. Let's have an awesome Cinco de Mayo. And I may just fly out and party with Regina. I might do that. Julie. Yeah, it's fun. Really good. Everything's fine. Strongest timeline. Strongest timeline is URV before that. So it's like there's lots of tears and hugging and I think you give her something. Do something for her. You might even get through a med bed by then. I don't know if you schedule because of that trip coming out, you schedule it after. I don't know. You look really good. Okay. Did I miss any other ones? Oh, okay, Scott. Come in here kissing butt now. Now you're trying to make friends. We're just kidding with you, Scott. if on phone, oh, instructions on how to do that. Yes. Everybody subscribe for $5 a month so that I can write. Okay. Lisa here. Is JF my partner? Should I put more effort into this relationship? Lisa. I think you should put effort into every relationship. And if you're with somebody that doesn't do it for you, or you're questioning whether you should put effort into it, then there's either something going on inside of you that you need to take a look at, or that's not the one. I mean, oh, I see. There's problems. I think he's got problems that come first. I do. I can't tell you to abandon the relationship or not. That's your decision. That's your choice. I would have I'd have a sit down and be honest about how you feel and what you want to see change in order to move forward. I do think that's possible. But I think there's a conversation that needs to be had. All right, what's this? When will I have a man who wants to love me? Catherine. June. This is your year. I'm moving too fast. I missed it. I saw something with Weather Joe in it, Gina. Is that Gina? Yeah, I got it. Got it. Yeah, I did. I think I did Joe's. I did Joe's. All right, let's go see if there's any more Rumble rounds. I'm just going to go back and forth from YouTube and Rumble. What is this? What is that? Oh, I missed it. It's moving too fast. Yeah, you'll know when you meet your soulmate. You know what? I don't know. I remember with the girl's dad. He took a side job to make extra money at night. He worked for me when I was running my parents' store. That guy hit on me every day for like 3 years. And I was like, no, I can't go. I mean, no, I'm just like, I'm a businesswoman and I cannot go out with somebody that works for me. And, you know, and I'm pretty sure you're up to no good. And I don't know what it is, but I know it's there. Wore me down, man. I could not resist that guy. I didn't want to think about him. I fought it the whole time. The whole time. But every time I turned around, there he was. There he was. And everybody's like telling me, oh, you got a thing for Bill. You got a thing for Bill. I don't. Of course I don't. Absolutely not. That is not in the plan. And I'm going to resist that with every ounce of my being. And no, it's not. Well, he's the one that gave me my babies. I couldn't stay away. I couldn't do it. There was some kind of draw to this man. And that's what it was. And definitely past life connection there. Yeah. Totally. Now, I look at a soulmate as the person that you're created with. I mean, a lot of people call that a twin flame. You know, it's kind of a new age term. Somebody got it in meditation or channeling. I think it was like in the 70s. I can't remember the lady's name. Basically the same thing. So you have, I'm kind of old school. I think soulmate is the one that you're created with. It's the yin and the yang. When I did this meditation once and I asked about how souls were created. And that's going to be your bedtime story when we're done, because I didn't know what I was going to tell you for a bedtime story tonight, but that's what we're going to talk about, how souls are created. And I wrote it down, and I'm going to make it really obnoxious right here so I don't forget. And we're going to tell that story at the end. Okay? It's really cool. But anyway, yeah. So if you have a divine purpose with somebody, whether it's for a season or a reason or whatever, past life connection, soulmate, you know, kindred spirit, whatever, you're going to try everything you can to stay away from that person. Or you're just going to feel this pull, like they just always come back. They always come back. Or you just, and when they come back, you're like, I'm never talking to them again. I will never speak to this individual again. And then you pick up the phone. You just can't do it. You just can't stay away. So that's how I would describe when you know if this is some kind of destined connection, some kind of for a reason or a season or whatever, soulmate, whatever. You just, despite your better judgment, and it's not that they're all bad or anything, and sometimes you're just running from the intense connection because it's not in your plan. Well, it's in God's plan. And God's plan wins. What is all this? Oh. Okay. All right, where did I leave off? Nadine. It was a $15. What the heck was that? Let's see, 25. Damn it. Trusting God. Okay. I think I did all the Rumble rants. Did I do them all? No, there's Tharmas. Miss Stacy. I have one more question, and then what was this? I did the I'm confused. Should I proceed with... Okay, I did that. All right. I have one more question. My 21-year-old son, Ty Skinner, is wondering what job you see him being at. He is having a hard time deciding what he wants to do. Electrician? Possibly. Well, we need electricians. That's a good idea. Let's take a look. 21, Ty. It is something in construction. Possibly concrete or masonry. He's not going to like the electrician. It's going to scare him. I knew a lot of guys growing up that shied away from being an electrician because it's scary. You know, getting zapped really bad from a mistake is scary. I'm leaning towards foundations, concrete, masonry, construction, commercial construction. Tell him to get a general contractor's license or something. Yep, he's going to have his own business. Tell him to get a general contractor's license. That's your focus. Okay. Hi there, Stacey Lynn there. I would like to know if I'm still on the timeline to retire early and well in April of this year. Well, it's a good possibility. Stacy Lynn. Oh, I got a smile and a giggle from Gabriel, and he moved and he said, it is a good possibility. Yes! Good news. We need good news. I need like lots of good news. Everyone shower me with good news and happiness and joy. Send it in. Everyone. I'm open to it. And there's Tom. Hi, Tom. It's still early in the show. Please, for a moment, or pause for a moment and go get your other glass. Stop it. Stop it. I'm fine. I'm fine. The other glasses are scratched up anyway. Anyway, I'm fine. Iridescent 7. Hi, Jen. Paul L. here. What's my exchange appointment like? I'm sure it will be easy, but just wondering how myself and my wife react and maybe M or B. I've actually seen the entire process probably 5 times a day for the last 3.5, 4 months. It is easy. Let's see your reaction. You're really quiet in the appointment, like you're afraid to move. You guys just remember, you are a client. They are not doing you a favor. They are not giving you or gifting you anything. They are making money off of you. Relax. You have something to turn in that they want. And they're going to turn in to the Treasury, make their money. And the Treasury's going to turn it into other countries and make their money. And everybody's happy. So I don't know who you've been listening to over the years that tell you, oh, you got to do this and you got to do this. And the whole thing is so stressful. And you don't step out of line and don't do anything wrong. And they're going to kick you out and take all your money. And then you're never going to be able to. This is a financial currency exchange. And you are a client. It's totally easy. Everybody's nice to you. Everything is explained to you all the way through the process. Even before they begin. You have to sign that you understand what is happening here today. And then you do the NDA. Not a big deal at all. What I saw in the readings about the NDA is that it's basically, it says, you cannot in any public way reveal the names of the people that you did business with today, the names of the exchange center, the location in which you did business, and they conducted the exchange in any public way or any rates that you received. So you can't get on Facebook and say, Joe Blow down at, AAA Exchange Center, thank you so much for my $16 for my dinar, on First Avenue. You can't do that. Or you're a violation of NDA. Now, I'm sure there are some other things in there, possibly about, if it's going into our trust in gold-backed currency, you're going to, and calculated in fiat currency, you're going to know the exchange rate of the US dollar before we go to Tier 5. And that might be also in there. I have not heard anything about that, but basically it's cut and dry. Like, it's for security purposes. They don't want, and if there is an incident that causes a security problem down at an exchange center where you exchange, an investigation will be launched, and if it leads back to you, they can freeze your Treasury account for up to 1 year. They cannot take all your money from you. They're not going to tap your house. You're not going to be followed. They're not going to be listening to you inside your house and see if you did. Oh, did you say something to her brother? Did she say something to her brother? No. It's basically if you create a problem publicly and it comes back and creates another problem, you're going to be penalized. All right. And I did that again. Let's see here. B pass. Hi, Jen. This is Bill. My father-in-law, Eugene Blank, passed away last week. Any messages I can pass on to my wife. Yeah, let's get him in here. Well, last week, it's kind of hard for them to stay put. They're trying to remember what it is to be out of the body. So usually us mediums will wait like a month or so, give them a little time for the transition. But let me see if he can come in here and tell me anything. So it's like because the spirit moves at the speed of thought. So when they're getting used to being out of body, their thoughts are bouncing them all over the place. That's why, when somebody passes, you can say, "Oh my God, I had an experience. Grandpa was in my house at like 8:15 last night," and this your sister would be like, "I saw him in the hallway at like 8:17. He couldn't have been at your house." Well, yes, he is because he's bouncing all over the place as soon as he thinks about somebody. All right, let's get him in here. Eugene Blink, come forward. I said your daughter would like to know if you have any message for her, and he says, I will miss you, but I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to go. I loved being your father. I will always be your father. Call on me anytime you need me. Tell everyone I love them. And they just poofed. He's gone. Thought of something else. Probably somebody he loved. All right, that was a 10. Where am I now? Paul. Jumper cables. Hi, Jen. Vicky here. Can you tell me why my dog, Dolly Parton, has decided to start chewing my pillows and stuff? She's mad at me. That's hilarious. I love it. Say Dolly Parton. Yeah, I love it when people do that. Name their dogs, things like that. My parents had a dog named Elvis. Why is she chewing the pillows? Is it the bed pillows? Because it's fun. I think she just got bored and decided that, to do it once and then realized there's stuffing in there. And now she likes to pull stuffing out of things. So that's why I don't like to give the dogs stuffed toys. Because once they figure it out, they rip everything up. Boredom. Get her some chewy toys. Something different. Hi, Jen Vicky again. Can you tell me what month my next grandbaby will be born in? That's kind of a shot in the dark. I mean, is somebody pregnant? I mean, next grandbaby will be born in the month of October. I just saw it as soon as I doubted it. Closed my eyes. I saw the month of October. Sarah K here. No, that doesn't mean it's this year. It could be next year. Sarah K here. A girl at school is bullying my daughter. Go down there. Principal is handling it. Mother like daughter slandering and attacking us. Can I have some help? Prayer and protection. Yo, I'll go down there. Gina, Marcy, we got a mission. Let's go down. I am the worst helicopter mom. Really don't even want to talk to me about something like that. I'll go down there with the principal. I don't care. I did it with a police officer at Katie's school because some kid kept trying to touch her stuff. Like her stuff. And I went into the school. high school. And I sat down in his office and I'm like, you going to handle this or I'm going to have to take care of it? And he's like, oh, Katie, well, we see that you have a helicopter mom. And I said, we're talking here. You're not talking to Katie. I'm the worst. Go down there and raise hell. The principal, the teachers, everybody else is going to push you off and they're going to say, oh, the counselor, oh, yeah, we're going to handle it. Don't worry about it. And then they forget about it and they do nothing. You go down there and make their life miserable. Kids don't have to know about it. Have a private meeting. Go down there and make their life miserable, and they'll make sure that they do something about it so they don't have to see you again. I'll do it. Hi, Jen, it's Doug. Just purchased some more currency. Am I a B, BB, or BBB? BB. Double B. Oh, you know what? Maybe a triple. Yeah. I think he might have gotten up there to that point. Fingers crossed. Hi, Jen. Betty here. Do you see me selling my house and moving into another home here in Utah in the spring? Yeah. Custom home? I heard custom home. Beautiful. Everything you ever wanted. Yep. Gated. Like security gate in the front yard, automatic gate. Yeah. Beth V here. Is my son Alexi on the right track with his law school plans? Scary that he's shifting gears. I thought the master's in chemistry was it. Oh my goodness. So he's going to law school and has a master's in chemistry. What the hell did I do wrong around here? I mean, like, it's like as a parent, I'm like, what are you doing right over there? No, I'm just kidding. We're different kind of people over here. Both those girls have their own business. Everybody does. Everybody does. No, he's building something. But he is kind of afraid. He's kind of like a perpetual student. Like he's afraid to go out into the real world and stop and to make a solid decision that he's chosen his path. So then he kind of changes his mind and shifts gears. Have a talk with him before he moves on with that and find out what he really wants to do, because that's a big investment there. I am picking up that he's afraid to like get out into the real world and decide that this is it for him. Hi, Jen. My daughter Jennifer was supposed to move in her apartment today. It was a mess when we arrived. Tomorrow we are going to ask to get into the first one she wanted. Will the apartment person agree? It was a mess? Like they didn't clean it? Yeah, I do think she gets into a different one. I think there's a problem there. Stacy Lynn again. I'm going to join in the fun. Will I be an M or a B? B. I think you've been collecting for a long time. Gary M here. I have cataracts in both eyes. Should I do the surgery or can I wait until I get into a med bed? Thanks. Well, that's completely up to you. I think it might take a while for you to get on the surgery list anyway. I'd say schedule the surgery, and if the med beds come before that, cancel it. That's what I think. It needs to be done, though. Something needs to be done for your quality of life. Hi, Jen. It's Lisa. Do you see me going to my redemption alone or with somebody? Lisa J. With somebody. I just heard with somebody, so I'm not seeing who it is. Karen, is my vision going to improve or should I get the surgery? What? Who's Karen? What just happened there? Okay, different person. Karen must be your name. Surgery or medbed? It's your choice. I can't tell you what you should or should not do. Hi, Julie Cranford again. Can you tell me why my son Dalton has thrown up the last 2 days, ate cereal as a snack both days? Dalton. You guys, when we're talking about kids, give me ages. It's a stomach virus. It's mild, but it's going to have to work its way through. Hi, Jen. Belinda here. Can you tell me if my dog Walter's vet appointment will lead to surgery? No. Hi, Jen. Kathy H. here. Does my husband Paul have a message for me? He passed 2 years ago. I'm sorry, Kathy. Paul. Let's see if Jesus will call him in for me. I've been hearing you. Something about staying or being up at night, awake at night. Maybe you were up at night talking to him in your head. There's been several dreams. You're always missed. You're cherished by many people on the other side, is what he said. Hey, Jen, I love and appreciate you. Thank you. It's D in Georgia. Am I an M or a B? You are a B. How far is the exchange appointment? I think it's less than an hour. I heard less than 1. So I don't know if it's less than a mile or less than an hour. It's not a big deal. It's not far away. Hi, Jen. M or B? Diana. B. Paul here again. My daughter Valerie. Will my daughter Valerie still be an architect when she graduates this summer, or will the RV change her plans? No, she really wants to. She's really good at it. She wants to pursue that. Although she might get you to finance something for her to build. So wait for that. Hi, Jen. Mike H. here. Do you see me going to my RV alone or with someone? That's the one who's got the check you, Mike screen name. It's great. Do you see me going to my RV alone or with somebody? You do go alone. I do think there's a guy outside in the car, but doesn't go in with you. Hi, Jen. This is Roxanne. How far do you see me having to travel for the RV? Why is everybody worried about that? And MRV. Like 20 minutes? It's either 20 minutes or 20 miles or 200 miles. I think it's 20 minutes. I'm feeling like it's not far away. Cooper, 2047. Should we prepare for power failure attacks the week after Easter? That's a good question. Thank you for that Rumble rant. Like where? Like power failure? No. No. I do think that there may have been some worry about that, but not now. All right. What else do you want to know? Over to. I'm going to switch over to YouTube questions. I'm going to start down at the most recent, very bottom. Let's try this one. Summer Jones. Summer here. We have an appointment in a couple of weeks. Yay. I'm so exhausted. Anything I can do now to help? I don't understand that. Thank you, Joe. I got a new ring light. It's just a big circle. It's not like a ring. It's like a, you know? Yeah, it's amazing what lighting will do to take the shadows off your face. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody want to know anything? Are you ready for your bedtime story? Wait, I got another Rumble rant. Hi, Jen. We love you. Will Brian and I be in MRB? Love you too. Double B. Hi, Jen. Sandy here. Will my husband Mark and I move to New Mexico soon? That move takes like 2.5 to 3 months. It really does. And you're surprised by how long it takes, but it does by the time you get there. I'm just looking at what to click on here. You're welcome. Karen K. Double B. Jen, you nailed Maduro and Coast. I did. I did know that. Just kidding. Do you see Boulevard? Yeah. 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 Okay, Boulevard story. Okay. So I was originally asked. Darn it. Stop it. I was originally asked on a show how much 1 million Boulevard Sopranos would be. The 1 millions. Okay. And I got $375,000. Okay. So that'd be 37.5 cents. Okay. Later on, I know a person who may possibly know a group of people worldwide in very high places, financial places, who said, Jen, we think that you missed a zero. And we're expecting anywhere between $3 and $5. I think at the time it was like $3 and $8. Now they're saying probably between $3 and $5. Now I'm thinking, well, it kind of makes sense. Take a look at Venezuela and Vietnam. I think the rates might be close together. Now I do still think Vietnam may be more than that. It just depends on what's going on down in Venezuela. I told you that once that the numbers about what that country was truly worth, what was in the ground, had been suppressed, basically so they could steal it, and control the people and the country and all that. But when the evil hands were taken off of that country and the true numbers come out about their true resources, what they have in the ground, their currency will revalue at a very high rate. And that's what I know about Venezuela. So yes, get some Bulvar. It's so cheap, it's not going to hurt you. But it's worth a shot. You know, I just looked over on, what the hell is it? Banknote World. And it's like $5 and something for a 500 million Sobrano. $3 to $5. That's where we're getting all the billionaires. And then the aggro checks are really good. Aggro checks, I heard Gabriel told me what was like a week ago, are as expected. And that's what Mr. Invisible texted me during the show. About 33 million per 100 billion is expected. Then we've got the Zim bonds, and everybody's got those. That's going to be good one way or another. And the dong is going to be really good. So we finally get around and back to, and then you've got people with like your various bonds. We get back around to the dinar, and it's really not that important. You know, it's kind of a rich man's game. Has been. Okay. Hi, Jen. I forgot to ask in my yearly forecast, M or B. Susie Q. That might be like a triple M. If you're not happy with that, go get some more Boulevard. Nurse Karen has my granddaughter, Jasmine, found her mate. Justice. You said justice after that. So I think you're the one that asked me about the vision problem, so I understand. Has Jasmine found? No. Not yet. Amchan. Hi, Jen. Annette here. Where do you see us moving, and any idea of how much and acreage? I'm not going to be able to tell you how much. Where do you see them moving? Well, and I can't really make that decision for you. South, south, east or southwest? East. You're going southeast. Acreage is under 50 acres. Pretty close to 50. If the boulevard is over $3, then I'm a T. Congratulations. Don't tell anybody that. Don't do that again. Dormus. I'll pay for this question to be answered. Mr. Understood. Hi, Jen. I have a pain in my rib cage. What does that say? Can you ask God and Archangel Michael if it's due to cancer that spread? Arlene. It's not due to cancer. You pulled the little muscle in between the ribs. That's painful. It takes a long time to heal. Hurts every time you breathe. I think it was coughing. I think you did it coughing. Okay, stop the rumble rants. I'm going to get going. We have to have our bedtime story. Watch this become an every show thing that I've got some kind of bedtime story to tell you. I love telling stories. It's story time. I need a story time banner. Okay. How souls are created. This was interesting. It was a long time ago. I was doing a lot of meditations when I was working on interdimensional meditation, trying to figure out if it was real. I was tag teaming meditations with the guy who was a private researcher for the Monroe Institute. He was also the last apprentice for Toltec shaman Carlos Castaneda. So he would use Hemisync to go in, and I would just go. I would use my way, and we would go in with a question and come out with and exchange emails. Don't speak to each other. Same questions. His answers became more scientific, would come back more scientific. Mine would be more loving. You know, it's like a big love fest over there for me. I'm hugging people, squeezing hands. You know, we're all best friends. Everything's cool. That's how it turns out for me. So one day, he didn't get much on this. He had some kind of like cosmic explanation and stuff. So I went in and I said, okay, tell me how souls are created. And the way it was explained to me, and this is cool. There is a Father God. There is a creator at the center of everything. He is the unmoved mover. There is a masculine vehicle in which he moves around in, and there is a feminine vehicle in which he moves around with. And the Holy Trinity, Father, Mother, Son. And they called the Mother the Holy Ghost and the Holy Spirit to confuse everybody because at the time they just wanted their women to like, okay, you're like dogs, and you just do what we want and make babies and be our slaves. And that is true. That is true. So, there is a love. And so when a separation of self is created from God, it has to forget that it's God somewhat. And it has its own identity. So when the feminine aspect of God and the masculine aspect of God start thinking, start interacting, not like they're doing anything nasty. We're talking about God here. Don't get weird. Okay? Okay. The love and the vibration between these two aspects of himself, you're all aspects of him too, and you're doing stuff. Okay? They're not doing stuff for this. This is when two really high the highest of vibrational energies come together in that kind of love and thoughts of creation and humanity. It cannot not create. And so what I was shown is that the intense love for the idea of creation and humanity, entities itself, pieces of God going out to experience, all the children, when they come together in that kind of intense love of creation, you cannot not have creation come from that. And so what I saw are these bubbles coming out of like this powwow that they're talking. Okay, it's so intense that it creates these bubbles, and those are souls. Those are pieces of God being created. Okay, kind of conflicts with my other theory, but I'm sure at some point it'll all tie in together. But this is what I was taught a long time ago. Then I came up with the God theory and the separation of self. But the separation of self really is about, in that theory, is about exploring, perfecting, creating, experiencing. And this part of the theory really had a lot to do with what happens when the highest of vibrational comes together in love, is love, it creates love. And when it created love, it created you. That's beautiful. These bubbles that come off of that kind of creation are like yin and yang. When you look at them, that's what they look like. It looked like yin and yang. They are twins. They are like souls. There are two aspects. It's this and two, and then they separate, split, and they go to the seventh heaven, the garden, to be named, nurtured, and raised. That is your true self. So I think what I'm being shown is like the beginning. I think that's what I'm being shown. But this is a long time ago, but this is my understanding of it. This is how the meditation went. And it's probably just a sweet little story to understand something very complicated. But so these souls, that which could be, that's what I think, and I was told is your soul mate. Two, male aspect, female aspect, created together. And then they split and they go off and they start experiencing, they start creating, they start having their lifetimes, but they were created together. So my understanding of a soulmate, some of them are like brother and sister. Some of them, when they come together, they only come together for a really important reason. Because that pull is so strong. But if two true soulmates like that come together in this lifetime and have some kind of purpose, let's say in this lifetime they were high vibrational. Okay, this gets really cool and I get really excited about it. So if you have a situation like this, tell me about it. So let's say you both have walked a path to be high vibrational, okay? And you were that kind of soulmate, the bubbles, okay? You were created out of that kind of intense love. And then from then on, they separated. I don't know how it all works, but I've got pieces of it so far. And you come together in this lifetime. These two individuals are going to be amazing apart. They're going to be successful. They're going to be driven. They're going to be loving. They're probably very, very psychic if they incarnate, especially at the same time. But being in the same dimension together at the same time, they will end up finding each other because the pull, it will direct their path somehow. But the wonderful thing about that is that if these two souls come together with that kind of vibration, that's immense power right there. Those dark ones, they can't touch them anymore. I think that's kind of happening a lot right now because of the transition in the world. It's really exciting. I'm really excited about it. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the creation that these two individuals would be capable of with a vibration like that? That's exciting. I mean, that's exciting. So you have a lot of kindred spirits. You have a lot of people that you've had lifetimes with, but there's a big difference between somebody that you are actually created with coming together in a lifetime for a purpose. That purpose will be achieved. Nobody can touch him. Nobody. That's cool. So that's what I know about soulmates. And that's what I know about creation. The more love there is, the higher the vibration, you cannot not create something beautiful. And that's how he created you. So that's your warm fuzzy for the evening. That's your bedtime story. Okay, guys, you know I'm going to be on with Mike tomorrow. Just kidding. I give Mike a really hard time because if I didn't, he'd walk all over me and he goddamn knows it. And I don't say anything I don't say to his face. So we're fine. Don't worry about it. We always end up fine anyway. I'll be on tomorrow night, and then I don't know if I'm going to do Thursday. I probably should because I always say I'm going to do that. But, I've done 2. I'll be 3 shows. I get lazy Thursday night. That's a problem. But then I don't want to do Sunday night because then it cuts the weekend short because I'm preparing half of Sunday. I'll figure it out. But I love you all. Let me make sure I did all the Rumble rants. Please stop with that. All right, I got that. I got Thormus. Thank you, Thormus. You didn't have to do that. Hi, Jen Bill here. Will I be an MRB, and can you tell my waist size after the med bed so I can get new jeans? Bill? Dude, just go to the store. Just go to the store afterwards. They're going to give you scrubs. Oh, that's another thing I saw in the readings. They're going to dress you in scrubs in case you come in 400 pounds and leave 150. They'll dress you. Don't worry. They will. Bill, 30. What's Bill's waist size? I think it's a 32. I think it's 32. And you're B. Is that it? Okay, somebody else. That's weird how those keep flipping around like that. All right. Anyway, I gotta go. You guys have a good night. Keep shining. We're getting there. I'm serious. It's happening. Have a great night. Wait a minute. I lost. Now we're having technical difficulties. Okay. Okay.